Hi, I'm Danny Sparks Cousins.
I'm Simon Christie.
And welcome to another episode of Your 4x4. Simon, what have we got in store for us today?
Well, Danny, we've had another incredible night here at Mount Seaview Resort in New South Wales, and we're heading off to the Cells, a very famous area, great history and lots of fantastic four-wheel drive opportunities.
Sounds like it should be a good day, so let's get into it.
Your 4x4 is presented by the Holden Colorado 7, Light Force Performance Lighting, Brown Davis Automotive, Kmart 4-Wheel Drive, ARB 4x4 Accessories, Piranha Off-Road Products, and Berrima Diesel.
Plus special guests, Cooper Tyres.
Stay till the morning, we'll walk to the lighthouse, watch the sunrise, or hold your hand in mine. The birds will be singing, the sand between our toes, and each breath we draw reminds us what we all know. No matter how long the night, no matter how dark.
I'm Andrew from DP Chip.
And David from Kmart 4-Wheel Drive. Well, here we are again for another fantastic episode here at Mount Seaview.
My name's Sam, I'm from ARB in Brisbane.
And good morning, my name's Alan Johnson from Piranha Off-Road Products in Melbourne. So to start us off, we had a great breakfast back at the resort again, of course. Jumped into the cars and it's a really pleasant drive up to the lookout, just a bitumen drive.
I'm not afraid of a rocky shore. Navigated rough seas before. Need them to wake us.
And again, this morning has proved absolutely spectacular with that drive through the valley.
Great, wasn't it? Up along the ridge line, had a look out over Mount Seaview.
Gold. They can see the trees from the side of the hill. My name's Ralph Clissold, I'll be your tour leader today. And the journey we're going to do today is one of our most popular all-day trips. It involves going to the old convict-built highway, forest trails and the historic Sells River goldfields.
We've turned off the main highway onto the old highway, which is what we're standing on at the moment.
Watch the sunrise, or hold your hand in mine.
The track we've gone along is a very basic track so far. Very easy, whether it be a fully kitted out four-wheel drive, anything I think right down to a basic all-wheel drive could take this track so far.
Yeah.
Anyone could come along to a trip like this, view some of the scenery and the area and enjoy themselves.
And the history, which is fantastic.
Yep, a morning run.
I could eat cream in my apple pie, stare at the stars up in the sky. But I'd rather be loving you, 'cause loving you's like taking candy from a baby. It's the simplest thing that I could ever do.
And here we are on the old convict road. Now we've been learning all about the old convict road and it's pretty scary stuff. They used to chain the guys together in a chain gang with manacles down here so they could barely shuffle. Big heap of them, and they go out and they built this whole damn thing.
I tell you, honey, my heart is singing just for you. I get a massage in the morning, listen to the tropical isle. Maybe get spoon fed for a while. But I'd rather be loving you. 'Cause loving you's like making sure the sun's still rising. There's nothing in the world I have to do. Loving you's like smiling.
Jimmy Governor, the famous bush ranger, this property through here. The reason they were like that is because it was so easy to escape, so they had to control them. Going back on our first talk, after Oxley discovered the area in 1818,
Well, g'day, I'm Dave from Light Force.
I'm Cameron from Brown Davis Automotive. I think one of the things we've realised this morning, coming back to where we are, is so much history in the area. We drive along a lot of these roads, and one of the comments made by Ralph, our tour guide, was if only these gum trees each had a history book.
One thing that we're driving on right here is the original Oxley Highway. I mean, most people in this area would know it as a nice tarred road that has some beautiful scenery, but what they don't realise is that it originally started here for horse and cart.
So after morning tea, we headed down some fantastic tracks, went down into the old diggings areas, and apparently, according to our tour leader, had not been bulldozed for over 20 years. And what did we come across, Sam?
Basically, in the middle of the track was a bulldozer. So he was there fixing the roads up. First time in many years that that road has actually had work, so it's good to see they're still looking after that area.
I've been told there's gold somewhere out here, so we're going to have a check, look at some gold panning later on, which sounds terrific. But I'd have to say, guys, it's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful part of the world. We've got lots of hills, steep terrain, big trees, and the tracks are steep and interesting.
Looking forward to the rest of the trip and what the rest of the day brings.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Danny, so far a very cruisy day. We've been looked after really well. We've had a few easy highway miles, some nice forest trails, and a wonderful morning tea. Great to be able to pick up on some of the history, but last night, Danny, a sensational 4 o'clock hill, but great coming back down the hill as well.
In the dark, wasn't it great to see all the lights on? Gives you a bit of a different perspective on the track. It was tops.
The big thing about last night, though, coming down that hill was the extra lighting on the vehicles. What a difference it made.
It certainly did, and to see a few wheels in the air was nice too.
We did. I don't know if we caught it on camera, but it was a sensational drive out of last night. You guys missed that. We finished the episode up on top of the hill, but we just thought you'd like to see some of the downhill driving. It was a great shot. Now, Danny, what have we got coming up next today?
I think we're heading off a little bit further, checking out the cells area. Now, I'm not sure exactly what's there, but it sounds pretty interesting.
All right, Danny, we've got to get a move on, so let's get into it.
Well, this week Tanya Thompson has written in, and Tanya's written, "We love our 4x4 as it's a great way to get outdoors as a family and have good, clean, muddy fun."
This email entry has just won a projector, 150 watt ProWave pure sine inverter and a Lightforce tack torch and stubby holder. Plus all emails go into the draw for a pair of Lightforce 50 watt HID Venom driving lamps and a 5-person RV5 30-second tent thanks to OzTent. For more information on these prizes and all of the competitions, please check the website.
"30-second kitchen, a kitchen in 30 seconds. Fridge slide first. Fridge slide's got 130 kilo tracks in it, so it's nice and tough. Remove the R-clip, don't lose it. Drop the pin, leg locker, kitchen out. Lock kitchen down here, retrieve the R-clip, lock on here, R-clip in. Leg here, pull them together. Stove, Billy. How good's that, guys? Couldn't ask for quicker.
Warning, beware of imitation lights. Only Lightforce Performance Lighting guarantees Australian made, no leaking or melting, quality output and 3-year warranty. Unlike their imitators, Lightforce lights feature peerless construction, leak-proof seals, impact-proof lenses and filters, vibration and fracture resistant mounts and housing, and stainless steel fittings, outshining and outlasting their impersonators in every way. Often imitated, never replicated. Visit lightforce.com for the full range of authentic Lightforce lights.
Sometimes the front runners lead from behind, and when it comes to protecting your rear, Kmart are world leaders in rear end protection and tow bar combinations. The just released Prado 150 is no exception, with a bar that is designed to follow the car's lines and work with your sensors and factory camera. For the best in rear end protection, trust Kmart. It's a statement, not just an accessory, for the toughest of 4x4 trips. For more info, go to kmart.com.au.
Now, one of the cool things that was really great today for me is there was a crusher down there, an old gold stamper. Been there for years and years and years, and it's still intact, it's all there.
This particular old crushing battery or stamper battery, the original parts of this go back a century. It's now a historical reserve. This originally worked on steam, and latter years they worked on a diesel motor.
And one thing I did notice on the stamper was 66 Sussex Street in Sydney. Well, I'll tell you what, they wouldn't be building machinery in Sussex Street, Sydney anymore.
No way.
So things have changed a little
Fantastic.
bit.
Came down to our lunch spot, which is a magnificent place where two creeks actually joined and made this big body of water, and it was just absolutely magnificent down there.
The good thing in areas like this and where we try to get to is that you've got that breaking it up by seeing some amazing wildlife, fauna, all the different stuff. Some of the stuff we get to see is pretty amazing, and it gives you an excuse to get out of the car and stretch your legs.
Well, just part of the adventure of being out here, discovering places like this, seeing some of the old historic places. Absolutely fantastic. Let's continue the journey.
Now, I'll tell you a little bit about alluvial gold panning. If you're really looking for the gold, you have to think of what happens at a flood time when the water's raging. You get the gold moving along, and gold being heavy, it suddenly drops down the bottom side of bedrocks. It's like a dead point for that moving water. So you just throw larger rocks because they're going to hold up your procedure. You have to be really patient with it. You just take it gradually. To get your gold panning right, you have to get wet and often cold. People had to make a living out of this. They didn't find the gold, they didn't eat.
I wonder they all were broke.
Yeah. I think it's a lie.
And there's still a lot of alluvial gold left in this area.
We all had a little turn at Fossa King and the little creek down the bottom there. No avail.
Panning for gold, flicking out the odd bit of large rock, hoping it was a large nugget, but unfortunately it wasn't. It was just a pebble that we were later able to skim across the top of the pond.
Well, it's some benefit out of the rest of the day.
Look, it was fantastic. It was good fun.
After lunch, coming out of that area, we came through a number of nice creek crossings. Some deeper than others, some longer than others. Still spectacular scenery.
What I can't get over is the amount of rainforest that's here. There's a magic amount of rainforest, and they're called dry rainforests, which was really interesting, which is what Ralph was telling us in last week's episode. But this week's episode, you know, is focused on a different part of the area and a different part of Mount Seaview.
There was lots of things to see along the track that perhaps you wouldn't notice if you didn't have a tour guide.
Definitely helps with having the resort people giving us a tour through, stopping us at the crucial parts. trees are definitely a big part of this area with the logging and things like that. And as we're driving, it's good to sort of stop and get pointed out that this is a tree only found in this area.
There's some trees in there that you just won't see in a lot of other parts of Australia because they've just been there forever.
Incredible stuff. The old joke about how do you hide a tree, you put it in a forest. Well, there's some trees in this forest that are friggin' awesome.
The big Port Macquarie pine, it looks like a gum tree at the bottom, but then when you look up, it's a pine tree.
It was just, I don't know, it was enormous, wasn't it?
Ralph was calling it old growth, so
old growth,
the particular area we're in wasn't logged ever because it was deemed to be too difficult for them to get the timber out. A lot of the country we're driving through, as you're up on the top of the ridge line, you've got this sparse vegetation,
yes.
It's not dense. And then you come down into the valleys and you get this very rainforest type
stuff. Well, there was strangler vines and all sorts of things hanging down. It's really exciting stuff. Yeah. That was good.
A few creek crossings that I imagine with a bit of rain would make it a bit difficult. But all in all, it wasn't a terrible track for a standard vehicle.
As a group, whether you're going, of course, a four-wheel drive group or whatever, here we are with a TV show. I mean, there's goodwill and everything else amongst the team.
Definitely, our core group that comes along on these trips has become really, really close, good friends, good mates, outside of just having to sort of do this because it's what we do and it's the business side of it.
Some of those areas, you've got to be careful and make sure that everybody gets safely to the other end.
Definitely.
The biggest thing for me was not only the access to the area for us in our standard and modified four-wheel drive, but trying to imagine them getting to that area back in the day with several ton of machinery. Trying to get down in that day would have been a lot more crude tracks without the bulldozers. So it was definitely an interesting experience.
And hence the fact everything that went in never came out. It was just magnificent. It was an absolutely spectacular area.
What about that mine that we went into with the bats?
Amazing.
Just awesome.
And it was out of nowhere. You're driving along, and if you didn't know it was there, you wouldn't have seen it.
Left to right, yeah. We do learn a lot more, and it's been great. We saw the glowworms, we saw the bats.
Yes.
I think all the girls did a bit of screaming in the tunnel there, but we all came out alive.
Yeah, no one got bitten by the bat that we know of. I'm officially Batman.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
That is amazing.
It was right at head height.
What'd you find?
Oh.
That's a rare shot.
Cool, eh?
Look at that.
Isn't it? That's a rare shot, mate.
How beautiful is that?
Yeah.
That is a damn good film.
Yeah.
Our first entry this week is this Diesel 80 series, which has seen plenty of Australia. This photo was taken in the Dwellingup Hills. Next is this D40 Navara, out for a very muddy day in the Lerderderg State Park. Now this is a great shot. The GU Patrol is parked on Stockton Beach with the Cygna shipwreck in the background. This Jeep Wrangler is fairly well stock standard, but that doesn't stop it getting out and exploring Australia. This photo was taken near Mount Augustus in Western Australia. And the last entry for the week is this 80 series Land Cruiser. It's the owner's first four-wheel drive and goes great. This pic was snapped at Coffin Bay National Park.
If you've just seen your photo and you're the first to email Danny at your4x4.com.au, you'll win a Piranha Premium Fluoro 12-volt camp light and a King Kokoda camp chair thanks to Oztent. Plus all photos go into the major series draw of a plug-and-go pedal chip and a Travel Buddy 12-volt oven for hot food on the go. Does your diesel smoke, lack power or have poor fuel economy? Then you need the Berrima Diesel treatment. Fine-tuning diesels since 1956, the Berrima Diesel technicians are Australia's leading diesel wizards. From a turbo installation to a high-tech dyno tune, when you think diesel, think Berrima Diesel. Visit thedieselexperts.com and make an appointment for for more power, more torque and better fuel economy. Got a tough 4x4 tourer and enjoy hitting the tracks? Odds are you'll need some serious underguard protection and a heavy-duty long-range tank. Brown Davis Automotive offer aluminised steel underguard protection plates and long-range tanks for most popular makes and models. They're designed and developed right here in Australia and have been tested to the extreme right across this great country. Remember Brown Davis Automotive. It's a trusted and family-owned Aussie business and proud manufacturers of high-end tanks, underguards and more.
ARB, Australia's largest manufacturer and distributor of 4x4 accessories, has everything you need for your next off-road adventure. From bull bars and suspension to recovery gear and lights, we've got four-wheel drives of all shapes and sizes covered. Whether you're heading off to bitumen for a weekend getaway or preparing for that epic round Australia trip, enjoy a safer, more comfortable journey with ARB. To order a copy of our free catalogue, visit our website or give us a call.
In essence, what we're trying to say is the right line basically comes down to where you want to place your vehicle. Driving on top of the ruts sometimes will give you a smoother line drive through, but when descending a hill, sometimes sitting in the ruts will help with engine braking, especially in petrol vehicles that tend to run on a little bit. Picking the right line also comes down to engine speed, tyre sizing, and whether you're running high pressures or low pressures. As you've heard many times before, running a low pressure is the way to go when off-roading. So by picking that line, picking your way through the area, looking forward, nice and frontly, sitting in the car correctly, sitting high enough that you can actually see over your bonnet, it comes down to knowing your vehicle and where you can place those tyres. Practice is what makes perfect, and after years of experience of four-wheel driving, I think I don't do too bad a job when it comes to picking a line. And you'll learn yourself as well. If it's the first time four-wheel driving, you'll drop that wheel into that hole and go, that's the wrong line. Or you'll start doing some sill damage and you'll go, that's the wrong line. Again, take your time slowly. Get out of the car, look at the track, and look where other people have been as well. There's always telltale signs of side damage, tail damage, and rock damage. Every vehicle is different. So for some vehicles, the right line might be the wrong line for your car. So in essence, look at the track conditions, look at the way your vehicle's set up, and from there you will learn the right line for you.
Each weekly question writer wins a Kmart rated recovery hitch and 2 Kmart stubby holders. Plus each weekly question goes into the draw to win a 12-volt air compressor thanks to ARB. For full details on all of the prizes and competitions, please check the YOUR4X4 website.
I was just dreaming when they took you away from me. Now it's got me thinking about how it would be to without you kissing. I'll never feel the same. You don't know what you miss until it's taken away. If I never get to tell you this before the last take.
Well guys, we've had an absolutely fantastic day out on the tracks, and to top it all off, the best part has been sensational tracks with magnificent scenery today, so it was really good to get out there and amongst it. It's been a fantastic winding through all the creeks there, and then we made our way down to that waterfall, which is just spectacular. A few of us got our feet wet trying to get to it.
How awesome is this? Stunning views. We've got a killer waterfall over there. It's a little bit slippery underfoot. We've all got wet feet getting in here, but it was well worth the walk. Get your four-wheel drives, get them set up right, get them into these locations, take the time to go for a walk, explore the local region. You'll absolutely love it. Well, the journey for your 4x4 continues. Let's get back on the tracks.
Everything from the creek crossings right up to the exit out, where it was 4 or 5 nice hill climbs.
Yep.
And it was very much stick it in low second, foot down and away you go.
And just let the car do the work.
Songs to sing, stories to hear. Oh, yeah.
Hill climbs are a bit of fun. They sort of make it that you're finally sort of having to switch on. You're no longer just going along. A lot of the trails you're just making sure you're not going to get a scratch or something on your vehicle. But then you get a hill climb that you think, nah, gotta, I mean, if your wheels are a bit out of place, you're falling into a hole.
The country driving in certainly wasn't difficult four-wheel driving today,
no.
But it was very steep. You never see the true angle of the hill on camera. Some of the hills we're driving up, I'm back into first gear in my Ranger, and I've got plenty of power, but first gear, that must mean it's a steep hill.
Ease up. It's only time.
Guys, what I can say is it's great country. I've never in my entire life, in the 60 odd years, I've never been here before, and I'm glad I've come.
I'm looking forward to coming back again.
Yeah, me too.
All the trips have been great so far, but I think this one is, you know, a little bit closer to home.
Well, for me, that was 1,500 Ks to get up here, so that wasn't close to home, but it was still good.
Ease up.
Well, another sensational day we've had here in the Mount Seaview Resort area. Danny, what was your highlight?
Well, Simon, I really enjoyed the driving today. There's some good challenging parts, but having a look in some of those caves, the glowworms, those bats flying past.
And the history. I mean, we're down deep in those gullies and the equipment that's still down in there. I mean, that's why it's called the cells.
That's right. They can't get it back out.
Can't get it back out. Well, viewers, we've got another fantastic day enjoying the highlights, the features, the scenes that Mount Seaview Resort has for us all. We've got a nice dinner coming on. But thank you for watching. I'm Simon Christie.
And I'm Danny's Fast Cousins.
See you next week.